Ji Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Professor Dr. Nadeem Aslam. I am working as Professor of Surgery at Services Institute of Medical Sciences and as a consultant surgeon at Services Hospital, Lahore. As a Professor of Surgery, I am teaching the undergraduates who are becoming doctors, and I am also a supervisor and a qualified medical educationist. My job in this regard is to train the future surgeons, and as a medical educationist I train future teachers. I train teachers how to teach also, and this is very important. The reason of telling this is that I know what training is and what sort of surgeries should be offered to the patient in a right way. As a consultant surgeon, I do all sort of general surgery, including open and laparoscopically. Talking about hernia basically, the word hernia means it's a defect. It's a very common problem, and when there is a defect in the body, something comes out, which usually is abdominal fat or abdominal intestines, and they can cause problems. They can get stuck, and the patient can have serious complicated problems. The intestine can rupture. The hernias basically is a very common problem, and I see many patients from younger age to old age to get these hernias. There are many causes of hernia. In younger age, physical activities are common. Who do strenuous physical activities, who are doing some sort of exercises. In older age, due to weakness of the abdominal wall, due to chest issues, to the abdominal issues. In females, due to multiple pregnancies and pregnancies with very short intervals, this causes weaknesses of the abdominal muscles. And in our part of the world, still I see that females, they are not properly educated to do prepartum and postpartum exercises, so that the muscle get toneless and they sort of get some sort of hernias. After C-sections and after other abdominal surgeries, if they are not closed properly during that first surgery, there are possibilities that those scars, they can get weakened and they form sort of incisional hernias. Risk factors of hernias, basically obesity. When the fat contents muscle get weakened, if old patients, they have suffering from chronic respiratory diseases with chronic cough, chronic constipation, and in our old males, when they have some urinary obstructive symptoms at later part of their life, they can cause increased pressure in the abdomen, and they can get some sort of groin hernias. In females, due to the multiple pregnancies, due to the weakened abdominal wall, multiparity is one of the commonest risk factor in developing hernias. In children, in very small childs, some hernias, they are usually congenital birth defects, which usually closes down by itself, but sometimes they persist and they can cause problems later on in their life. When hernia patient comes to us with hernias, they are usually complaining of some bulge coming. They can see a bulge. So cosmetically, it is something new which they are concerned, and they come to us that what is this bulge? These hernias can get painful, and if they have some intestine or some fat content stuck inside, and that cause some problems, they can get sort of intestinal obstruction, in which patient can get vomiting, abdominal distension, abdominal pain, and if they are not dealt immediately or urgently, those contents like intestine, God forbid, they can rupture inside, and then there is a serious complicated problem which should be dealt immediately. Exercise, interestingly, can cause hernia and can also cause help to prevent hernias, especially in females who are pregnant. I mean, if they start under strict guidelines, they do some prepartum exercises, toning muscles. They can, and even after deliveries or postpartum exercises, they can tone their muscles well, and this can prevent sort of these postpartum hernias. In older patients, when the muscle get loose and weak, so some sort of exercises, they can also help in preventing hernias. But again, those patients who are sportsmen, who are doing some bodybuilding or some excessive weight lifting, these sort of exercises, they can actually produce hernia. So in these patients, we advise them to stop these exercises. But in other patients in which the muscles are weak, the muscles are toneless, we encourage to do exercises which will help in prevention of hernias. Talking about the treatment, surgical treatment options about hernia, as I said, hernia is a defect. So actually there is no medicine or tablet to cure a hernia. When a defect happens, it has to be repaired, and what is stuck in that defect, that has to be reduced inside the body and cured so that it does not come out again. Hernia is a very common problem, and a lot of people are repairing hernias. There are so many hernias surgical treatment available, and as someone has said that जितने सर्जन दुनिया में हैं उतने ही हड्डियाँ की repairs हैं. So actually that is a fact. But again, another very senior surgeon has said that if you stop my surgery, don't give me any surgery, just give me one hernia, I will never forget to do surgery. So this is very important to understand that hernia surgery demands patience, demands skill. It is not that you just repair the hernia and that is the treatment is over. As a senior consultant surgeon, as a professor, I see people doing lots of hernias every day. But when I see patient coming to me with complicated hernias, with recurrent hernias, there was something lacking which happened in their previous surgeries. People are using different type of mesh, which is a common practice now, which definitely has improved the surgical outcome, but it is not the end. The surgical field is evolving and lot of advanced hernia repair is coming up. When I see female patient coming to me and they tell me that, sir, I have been operated 3 times and the surgeon has placed a mesh and it is happening again and again. I see a scarred abdomen, I see a D-shaped abdomen. So should we offer her the same repair again? Should we put another mesh? That is not the answer. And here the problem lies. Because these advanced hernia repairs, they require proper training and they require some patience. So we are providing services for these advanced hernia repair, and I call them as advanced abdominal wall reconstruction. So these patients cannot be offered again the same sort of repair. Hernia surgery, I am offering both sort of open surgery as well as laparoscopic surgery, which we are doing routinely. Laparoscopically, I am not only doing groin hernia surgery, which is almost everybody is doing, but I am also providing services for advanced laparoscopic hernia repairs in complicated recurrent hernias. So Alhamdulillah, so far we are getting very excellent results and to the patient satisfaction. When patient comes to me in my practice, what I do is I always encourage questions. So the patient should be on board for the decision that not I but we make. Because if I tell the patient that you should have this surgery, I think this is not enough. The patient should be given chance to ask questions about the procedure, what he or she is getting, and so that whatever the procedure we choose for the patient, we are both on our board, on that board of that surgery. इसीलिए जब patient मेरे पास आते हैं, I don't immediately rush for surgery. If we can wait for the surgery, we give time to the patient, and I ask them to go home, and even if they want a second opinion, do get it. I always encourage and come up with a question so that whatever decision we make, it is good for the patient and in best of our hands. आखिर में अल्लाह मियाँ से ये दुआ है कि अल्लाह मियाँ मेरे हाथों में शिफा दे. पेशेंट जो हैं, पेशेंट से ये मैं कहूँगा कि अपना बहुत ख्याल रखें और बाहर ये बीमारियाँ अल्लाह मियाँ ने देनी हैं और अल्लाह मियाँ ने ही शिफा देनी है, इस पे आंखें बंद ना करें. और whenever you feel there is something, do consult your doctors. Don't hide, don't try to sort of keep your eye closed on this problem, because आप जितना इसको डिले करेंगे उतना ही सर्जिकली समटाइम जो ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल होती हैं दे आर बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर डिफ़िकल्ट एंड रिजल्ट्स आर नॉट वेरी एडिक्वेट.